Good evening, everyone. This is Michael Obey at Bankstown. Um, for the last few days, there was always press conference as the premier and other premiers in other states in Australia is trying to tell us what do they have about Corona. Well, so far, Corona is still the champion, and it seems to me our premiers and our prime minister, all of them are hopeless. So, why so far nothing is working against this corona? And if you go try to search on any other countries like the beaches around the world or any other groups in the Facebook and everything, you find that the whole world has turned to a bit of normal life and they're dealing with corona as the way it is, and their economy has been reset on most what we can call it normal and average day of living. But so far here in Australia and in Sydney, as it's the major heart of this country economy, the situation is still the same. And they keep telling us that we have to go for 2 weeks. The hard is yet to come. The hard is yet to come. The hard is yet to come. And it seems things are going harder and harder. Well, for start, all the behavior of the government, especially the premier and all of her miserable team, especially this Mr. Hazard. He's a hazard, it seems to me. Where's Mr. Hazard, by the way? He disappeared, the guy. Maybe he have corona himself or something. Or maybe his wife, she locked him up at home. We don't know. What happened to Mr. Hazard? Where are you, Mr. Hazard? We have to start getting worried. Did you be kidnapped by some alien and they're doing some corona experiments on you or something? Well, however, the reality about it that usually people with limited intelligence, they have a habit, which is they think they are good at what they were doing. They're perfect. Teenagers, they do, usually, because it's the pride. I want to prove myself or something. So either you grow up quickly and you grow from this false pride and you understand what is your boundaries and your limitation, and then try to mix up with people who's much smarter than you, or you keep all the time trying to play smart on everybody. Well, for start, this story of Corona, it's still like a bit of silly thing. Why? Because when the government is talking about it, they think if they put for us cases number, this, they want to direct everybody to think that there is some kind of progress with the vaccination. Well, okay, the vaccination is growing up and everything and whatever, but this idea of people died with corona or because if they have corona, it can deceive anybody. Okay, because corona may be a hard problem, but there are a lot of hard trouble for most people who died because of corona and because of your weakness of your system. I can point that to the federal actually, as to the state in some way, because in most cases people they need to see usually specialists to get detected of any medical problem. What is it exactly? And for many years ago, they tried to harden this situation to stop you from going to specialists. And the GP is hopeless person. He cannot let you go to the hospital. Like for me personally, I need to do few operations, but I have to wait maybe for the next 25 years till I do them, maybe or something. I don't know. Some of you maybe think that if you have a problem with your knee or with your back or hernia or whatever, it's not an important thing. It is a very important thing because your productivity is going to make a damage to the system indirectly. The government, they think they are saving money. Actually, they're not. Okay, like fixing everyone's teeth, it will reduce all the problem of intestines, but they never think about it because they have no brain. Actually, they don't care. Okay, they don't care, and it seems to me Let's make dentists rich in a way or another. We need to make more rich people in this country. And by the way, we're going back again, and I checked today when I was hanging around in Bankstown. I chatted a bit with the police. I said, "Do you dare to hang around and do some show up near Bondi or here or there?" And they laughed and they didn't want to talk. I feel sorry for some friends in the police or whatever because it's for these people. It's a good money job. That's it. They're doing what they've been told to do. It's not the fault of the police that they've been done inside this situation. And again, people with limited intelligence, as we seen from the government on this problem, they will try to tell you all the time that they are doing right. They are on the track. So the message being repeated for the last something like maybe 6 months, they keep telling us they are right. Everything are going ahead. Well, come on. Things is not right. Things is not working, and you are so dumb. Um, yeah, I repeat again. Somebody asked me again about what was supposed to be the solution. Well, with $160 billion, you can send somebody, not somebody, you can send a little town to Mars, okay, not to the moon, okay, to Mars. So the idea of not capable to handle this situation with the $160 billion, sorry, it doesn't look smart, okay? It looks extremely stupid, okay? From highest level of the government till the premier, till everybody else who's involved in this process, okay? Uh, Simple fact, you have to go to cut the connection area that could come through the virus. Delivery people, post office people, stuff like this. All these people, you may vaccinate them. You may take extreme measure to make them working without having too much of involving with people. You have to do something about this style of work and even the methodology of putting, let's say, boxes and everything when they want to do delivery. There's their methodology. It doesn't fit with spreading the virus. Okay, if you want to stop the spread of the virus, I mean, you have to do it in a very different way. Uh, the common thing usually when you have this problem, as I said, usually sports stadiums is the best option because in between you have an open space. The sun can still go through that space usually, and it's closed from all perimeter. So you can put like a small little medical city and you bring anybody sick to that spot in the middle. But they chose to go and put stress on the medical system, on hospitals, on ICU, and it didn't work so far. They look extremely dumb, and things is getting worse and more and more. And maybe it will explode in a massive way. And then, what a big mouth Mrs. Gladys or anybody else they will have to keep telling us. They keep talking about it, by the way, these little details, if you notice, and all of it, it's about like a children when they want to distract you when they do something silly and they want to distract you. All of us as parents, we know this trick that they try to do this and to make you busy with little things to not pay attention to the damage they've done to something. All these dead people, who's responsible? It's the coronavirus, isn't it? It's very hard to believe. However, the real solution for this country, actually, I reckon, is about we need a new constitution, actually. No more political parties. Forget about political parties. It doesn't work anymore. This idea seems to me it's very, very old idea and it's not there anymore. You can't keep deceiving people and telling them we are the party who's going to represent you better than this party because that party is the evil party and we are the nice party who can make a nice party with you. No. The fact that we will keep doing political trade between each other and your vote will be sold out. So the idea of going back to the office, Mrs. Gladys, forget about it. You and your party for the moment. And other parties, guys, you consumed yourself at this crisis. You showed up how silly you are, how limited brain you are. This country doesn't need you anymore. Good night to everybody. Stay safe.